Okay, so the first part it talks about how to improve student learning and the campus culture, and so we're gonna do parents and student involvement. This
Yes.
would go with what it is: literacy night, game night, report card night, family math games.
Math games and stuff like that. Just
Um,
getting them all involved.
Yeah, it's always nice. Like, well, for this experience, I had the, what is it, the literacy night? No, I'm sorry, the report card
Report
night.
night.
Yeah, and that's the one where parents are usually like asking questions, and I think that's really good. That way we can tell them like, oh, well, your child is
Mhm.
probably behind on this certain subject, and they can actually, try to help them at home, and that's always good
Mhm.
because sometimes kids just come and they're not. I mean, they seem like they want to learn.
Yeah. It's just their
They have that
frustrated.
lack, like
Yeah.
of I guess
And I think
help.
it's good that way the parents actually have a specific date, and sometimes it's really hard to get them to come to school and have a, meeting, whether it's for their progress or whatever. So I think it's better to actually have a night where they know it's going to happen and they'll show up.
Yeah.
And they can, and it'll be in advance because obviously we give it to them a month or so in advance. Because you can call and sometimes it just won't answer, or they're like, okay, or I can't, or sometimes you just literally have to do it over the phone. But if you really want to do it, face to face and have that involvement and have an understanding face to face, because on the phone sometimes it's just really difficult to really know what's going on. But if you see it face to face and saying, hey, look, I have all of this, all the materials, he's not doing good here, he's not doing here, then I think it will really benefit the parents.
Now, what if the students aren't able to make it? The parents. You know, how there's always those parents that won't be able to make that night, and then they also can't go to the conference. What else can we do?
Then they would just be keeping constant communication via phone or messages.
Email.
Some of them have
Yeah.
email.
Mhm.
I don't know for upper grade levels, but like for elementary, we have like Class Dojo or things
Yes.
like that where it's like a family thing, and you can communicate whether it's through that or through email or
What was
through
it called
phone.
again?
Class
Class
Dojo.
Dojo.
JoJo?
Class
D-O.
Dojo. J-O.
Class DOJO.
J-O.
Mhm.
Yes.
And what is that?
So it's like a point. I have it on my phone. It's
Uh-huh.
like a point system. So if they behave or they do something good, then you reward them with points. But you also have. So it looks like this, and then you have their. Don't worry, there's no information. So you have them, and you
Okay, so
have.
those are all the students.
Yeah, those are all the students. My 19. And then you give them points if they do something good, and the parents will know. And if they do something bad, you can also take points away, and the parents can see that.
And what do those points lead you? Like, what's the point of getting
You
all those
can
points?
give them incentives. So hey, if you get so many points for being good, you can have lunch with the buddy, or you can eat lunch in the classroom with me, and we'll watch a movie, stuff like that.
Oh,
And then
okay.
right here on this side it says messages, and that's where it shows like all their parents that are connected.
Uh-huh.
And you can individually send them the message, hey, your student or your son or your daughter this, or if you have something to tell all of them, then you can do a whole group.
Mhm.
But they won't see their information. It was just a whole group.
Now you have first grade.
I have first grade.
I have 5th grade.
Do you do the same thing?
We do actually, but we just recently got that because it was like in the middle of the year when our PFs were the ones that decided to do it.
Mhm.
So I barely actually got to use it a
Use
little
it.
bit, yeah. But a lot of my kids, that are actually like doing that, they get more motivated.
And
And
how do you reward a middle school student?
well, we have done recess. They actually like
Okay,
that. They like to
okay.
go outside.
Mhm.
We have done a pizza party.
Okay.
We done popcorn party.
Some of them, like
Um,
things simple, like hey, shoes off today, type of thing. It's
Oh.
that simple. Like it's not even
Yes,
that hard.
yeah. Music, they love to hear music, and usually we
Yeah.
listen to classical music. You know how we're doing the
Yes,
Connect
we
program in my school, so we usually just like hear.
So do you
classical.
play it or you let the kids hear it on the?
No, I play it.
You'll play?
I'll play it. Yeah, that's how I do it. Because if I let them like hear their own, it's I don't know, like they're just not gonna be.
They're not gonna be working.
No,
Yeah.
no. So I'd rather me do it, but that's one of the rewards. They can hear their own music as well. But mostly, recess is number one. They love to be outside. just
Okay.
to play.
So our goal is to see more involved with student success. What else can we do as goals? Because it wants smart goals, detail specific strategies which ensuring the action plan will be successful. So what other goals can we get to get parent and student involvement?
So we have more parent involvement with student success. Another goal we can do is let me see. Can you read it again?
It says detail specific strategies, smart goals which ensure that the action plan will be successful. So we know we need to have more nights,
Yes.
which are actually fun for the parents.
More engagement.
The class dojo is actually also one of them. What else can be
I think
a
that
goal?
could be communication. A lot of
Communication,
times,
right?
you know,
Having
a lot of the times there's a lack of communication, whether it's between parent and teacher or even parent and administration. So
and communication can also be offered in both languages for those parents that
yes. Sometimes it's really hard.
what else can we do as a goal?
And actually, nowadays in different schools, it'll be more than just both languages because now a lot of them, well, not a lot, but some schools like Vietnamese and stuff like that. So it would be important.
So just have the resources for it.
Yes, and it's important to kind of get not everybody, because I know it's kind of hard, but like I said, there's some schools that do have like Vietnamese students and stuff like that, but we only really focus on English and Spanish. And we don't really see that we have more diversity than we really do between just English and Spanish. We have more than that. And I think we need to really capture that we have more diversity than what we really think we do. And so incorporating all the different kinds of languages that we think, based on our demographics, I know the administration has, hey, we have this many students enrolled in this many, based on their, ethnic groups and stuff like that. So I think they really need to see communication in various languages.
No, Cassandra wasn't able to make it, but I know she had told me that some of the challenges, because one of the questions also says if identify challenges, if any are encountered. So I guess some of the challenges that one can focus on would just be that there are going to be those parents that will not be able
to attend, or who just really don't want to attend.
Also the challenge of the language, because of the language barrier of how it is. What else can be a challenge that
we said language already.
Language and participation. There's always going to be something.
Language and participation.
I guess also how we've heard that there's those parents that even though it's offered in the language, even though it's offered everything on the plate, they just don't want to go. They're scared. So
that could be too, that they're scared or they're just not.
Or they're not into it.
It's not as inviting, or it's just not as inviting.
But I've also heard that if we offer like childcare, like to take care of the small siblings, or maybe offer food to them, maybe that will get them to actually
but a lot of them, I guess it depends on where you work. But like for me, I work in a place where it's a low socioeconomic, and some of them, don't have both parents, and mom or dad are stuck working all day.
Yeah,
it just kind of makes it really hard. But I think maybe, and even with the goals, I know we're working on challenges, but a goal, instead of, for those parents that can't make it, involve some sort of technology or video where they could stream or log on, something like that, where maybe, hey, they can't make it, but doesn't mean because they can't make it they miss it. It could be streamed or video.
It'll be what?
Sorry. What about
school? I mean,
like a
house
campus,
visits.
Yes, house visits.
Oh yeah.
What about that? Like that could also be another.
Yeah,
like another
or
to do it.
I also thought maybe we can also record the nights and have it live streaming or something where they're seeing it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Live on Facebook or something.
Yeah, or I mean, if it's not that, like you said, we could video it. There's different ways we can do it.
Social media.
House visits.
Yeah, social media.
Yeah. Should we do
you can record it and put it in this. I know it's old, but like DVD CDs. The DVD CDs where you can record it, put it, and send it. I mean, there's really nothing else.
And should we do that for every student, or those students are at risk?
I mean, I think in general we do it for all the students, and honestly, sometimes the parents that do show up are the parents that have students that are already doing great.
Yeah.
Yes.
We wanna get
but they
those
just want to know,
students
and it's a lot of the at risk that don't show
That
up,
don't show it.
and
Which is why they're at risk.
which is at risk, and
a lot of the lack of.
I don't know if parents are
involvement.
like in denial and stuff like that, but I think it should really, I mean, give it to everybody, but kind of push the ones that are at risk more. Hey, here's that, here's this, and more of them. I mean, we have the constant communication with our parents anyway, but even then, it's just pushing the ones that are at risk. So for everybody, but push the ones that are
Yeah,
at risk.
we would. Yeah, we want to get those basically, like
Because
so
our
they
main
can
focus
actually
for
grow.
them is to
Yeah,
grow and
so they can
succeed
grow.
and have academic success. But
Mhm.
we can't just do it alone. We have to do it with the parents. And if the parents are not
It just makes it
cooperating, and they're not available, then it just makes it really hard. And I mean, the kids really don't have motivation if the parents don't have the motivation either.
Yeah.
And
And
it
a
makes
lot
it
of-
harder for us.
It makes it harder for us because my kids won't, like, for instance, my kids won't do homework. And I'm like, why didn't you do your homework? There was nobody to help
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Well,
I
but
had
then
a
when
lot
you
of
talk to
stories.
mom, and mom's like, no, we have somebody that helps them every day. So it's kind of
Or I
difficult.
didn't know.
It's really difficult to kind of understand. Is it really
The
the
student-
kid or
the
is it
kid
the
or the
parent?
parent.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so it's having those difficulties and finding ways to overcome them.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this.